15, 15, 15, 15, 15. Think, feel, and believe 15. Think, feel, and believe 15. Think, feel, and believe. Number 15. Are you listening to these in succession? Because if not, you should be. You need to go to Think, Feel, and Believe 1. Well, first you need to subscribe. Yeah. Think, Feel, and Believe 2, 3, 4, and all the way through the door. So, taking responsibility for your stuff that you're thinking, feeling, and believing, and, you know, I mean to only encourage you. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're a teenager. I don't care, even if you're a little kid. I mean, I don't know. I got a young daughter. I don't know how powerful it is for a little child. I remember one time though, you never know on this. One time I it made me wonder, you know, I could never, I can't tell you this one for sure. This is just a little example. But my son was he's a little boy. He's a little boy. Not too little, but I mean, big enough to, anyways. So, there was one time I bought him this little blue dirt bike, right? And it was this little blue dirt bike. And then, I don't know, he had that. And I wondered in the back of my mind if it was something that he was thinking about and something that he was desiring, and he pictured a little blue dirt bike, and then of course it kind of manifested for him in the way that it did. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I think it's possible, but another story I got for you. See, because like I said, I can only encourage you. And the first thing I encourage you to do, that's to watch what you're thinking, feeling, and believing. That you need to really start paying attention to that. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're old, you're young, you're crusty, you're fresh. I don't care who you are. You are a human being. God is the ocean and we are the waves. Okay? So we're all created equal in the essence of the fact that it is our spirit. It is the power of the spirit that is within us. And then, like I said, I told you, if I don't told you once, I don't told you again. And that's the fact that, out of the goodness of a person's heart, a person calls forth good things. Out of the evilness of a heart, a person calls out evil things, right? We don't escape that. It's a universal thing for everybody. So I can only encourage you to know that you need to really start paying attention to your thought life and the things that you're thinking, feeling, believing, and what you're saying and what you're speaking, because a lot of that stuff that you are is manifesting in your life, whether it's good, bad, ugly, or whatever. It's happening. And, so here was one thing that was really encouraging to me. And that's the fact that, my son, my son, he had made a decision that he wanted to go into the Navy, He made a decision he was going to, on his own. Can you imagine that? Intelligently. He went online, and watched videos of other kids that went into the military and listened to them and what they had to say about it, right? And made his decision based on that. I went in when I was a young man. I think all young men should go in the military in somehow, way, shape, or form. But he made that decision on his own. So I was real proud of that. But so. And can you imagine being a child of mine? I'm talk about preaching, So I've told him, because this stuff is real. It's big time real. And as much as I experienced everything blindly, it's real. And I learned it by going through that process. Not only that, going through the felt sense process, going through what it feels like to actually have it happen to you. And I think that that's critical and that's important for people to realize, because once you go through something where you realize whether it's good, bad, indifferent, or whatever, maybe if it's good, that's great. If it's bad, well, that's great too, because it's giving you that felt experience of knowing that What a goody bad. You're responsible. You're the one. You're the one. You're the one. So, well, as far as thinking, feeling, believing. So, I obviously shared a lot of my life and the things that happened to me, which would I've shared my life and what of all the things that happened to me just with these videos for you and for all the people out there in TV land. And sharing all these little things that I, with my son that I experienced blindly. And, as he would go along and then, huge. Here's something big, huge. Are you ready? This is huge. I mean, I was coming to this video to talk about one thing, and then I completely forgot. Oh, silly me. So, my son was going to school. We'll talk about the little Navy thing later, just a little bit later. I think we'll get to time. Yep. And I remember when he used to come home and he used to talk about how math was hard. Math was hard. And I said, well, and this is what was great. I mean, I didn't realize how powerful this was for him because he was in, I don't know, could have been in middle school maybe when I hit him on this, or maybe, I don't know. But, he says, math is hard, and I reinforced this to him a couple, 2-3 times. And, I said, well, however you wish to think, feel, and believe about it is how it will be for you. So if you think math is going to be hard, then math is going to be hard for you. And you're going to have a difficult time about it because you're believing and you're speaking. He's speaking that it's hard. And he's saying that math is hard. So therefore it is. And it's difficult. And he's having problems with it. And lo and behold, somehow, some way, through me speaking to him and telling him, he decided to think, feel, and believe differently about it. And I gave him suggestions, obviously. I know if you think math's going to be hard, then it's going to be hard. And I think he just kind of, that's the whole greatest thing about kids is, they're raw. You can give them just about any little thing and they're there's not going to be any pre-existing conditions there that are going to cause them to him and her, whatever. Kids just do it, right? I mean, they just do it because dad said so. And if your kids got respect for you, they'll listen to you. So he just did it. And, to this day, he's in the high calculus or whatever. Is it calculus? I don't know. He's taking the AP exam for math. So he's doing great. So he made that shift in how he wished to think, feel, and believe about the difficulties of math, and he made that switch. I told that to one of these teachers, and they're like, "Wow, and it is wow. I mean, it really is. But that just goes to show you the power of the things that you. Of what you speak and what you say and how you wish to think, feel, and believe about it. So, well, we're going to finish up this other story. So he was in the Navy. He's going into the Navy. The Navy. He put on his mirror, wrote it out in a magic marker Navy test. Because when you go into the military, you got to write OSVOB. You got to take the OSVOB. I think they call it the OSVOB. Yeah, have you heard of the OSVOB? Anyway, it was just Navy test. And he wrote 94. Right? And it was about, I want to say probably about a couple months before he was to take that test. And so it was on his mirror every day. Every time he'd go to that mirror, it was up there. Navy test every day. He'd read it. He'd see it. I saw it. I mean, Navy test, 94. 90, in a big 9, above 4, it said Navy test, 94. And every time he'd go to that mirror and brush his teeth and grease his hair and do whatever, and brush his hair back and brush his teeth and put some cologne on, and fix himself in front of the mirror and see that. Whether he was looking at it or not, it was in the peripheral. He saw it every day. And you know what? Guess what? He got 95, right? He got a 95 on that Navy test. And, of course, that led him in to do just about whatever he wanted to do. And, you can think about things and want to do things. They have to be within reason, within your capabilities at the same time. You just can't, poop in one hand and wish in the other and see which one gets fuller faster. It has to be within reason. It has to be attainable. You have to be realistic about these things. And it was very realistic because he had the capabilities. He does great in school, and I did things to build a lot of confidence in his life. So he stood on that, and he thought, felt, and believed about it, and saw it every day. And I got 95. Such a fraud, Daddy. Oh, such a fraud, Daddy. Oh, this is so much fun. So, watch what you thinking and feeling and believing, and you go to 16. 16, go to sweet 16, sweet 16. Think, feel, and believe, sweet 16, yeah.